one's my favorite. If you've been selling in this industry for a while, you notice that ransomware is a big theme. And what's really interesting is that the theme isn't really dying down. Gartner is still putting out information around how ransomware attacks are not slowing down. They're expected to continue to increase. And with that, you're seeing new and different ways of being able to manage ransomware from a backup and continuity perspective. So there's a little bit more information around this feature, so I'm going to jump into it. So we've always been able to fix ransomware by doing recoveries. We're actually now able to detect it. And the nice thing about this is, what's the key benefit, really, that you get from being able to detect ransomware, right? I'm not talking about preventing it. That's what a security product would do. We can't prevent it. Somebody can still come in through your network and do phishing and all that kind of stuff to basically get in there and encrypt your files. That's not something backup and recovery stops. We don't prevent. But now detecting it is something that can obviously make a big difference in terms of reducing data loss as a result of ransomware. I've talked to customers that have spent weeks not knowing that ransomware had hit a machine. And when that occurs, obviously, you're just losing weeks of data at that point, because by the time you actually realize it, when you go and recover that data, you're now recovering to your next good point in time, which could be many days or many weeks ago. You're just losing more data the longer it goes without being detected. And we've added that into our product. So the way that it works is we're actually doing pretty deep analysis of change rates. On a system level basis, we're going to understand those change rates and what's normal in an environment. And when we see major spikes as a result of ransomware, we're going to flag those as security alerts and tell the user which machines are at risk. And obviously, you could ignore it if it's something normal, and that can happen. There can be some false positives. But the cool thing about it is we don't think there's going to be many in the way that we've set this up. It's actually very simple yet very elegant, right? It's really under the hood in the analysis that's happening at the data level. We leverage our inline deduplication capabilities for this, so that must be turned on. But when we see change rates changing at a very large amount, we know that that could obviously be a big part of the hit around security measures like ransomware. Because think about it, they're going in and encrypting all the files on your machine. That's changing a lot of data on that machine. So when we see very big outliers in change rates, and again, we are measuring what steady state looks like, we're obviously going to be able to flag alerts and be pretty accurate with our ability to tell if you've been hit by some kind of security issue. So everybody cares about this one. And that's the beauty of this one. Everybody's worried about ransomware right now and having their data held captive. We just talked about some vertical campaigns around education and even healthcare, which I think we'll probably have some training coming up soon, but we've launched some assets around healthcare. People are out there just telling them, no, go ahead and just pay the ransom. and that's obviously something where we can help a lot. So we're working with a customer now that's calling this game-changing. This is a CIO from one of our trusted customers. Going to help us with PR, quotes, all that kind of stuff. Just really looking at this, again, very simple sounding feature, but so elegant in the way that it's put together, addressing a real problem. And, really looking forward to getting this in people's hands and letting it help you sell. Because obviously some of the